Tonight, we speak to Tristan du Plessis, who's the founder of Studio A's Signature Projects, a company that offers full turnkey project solutions, taking it from concept through to completion. This master of interior designing has projects such as Kong Nightclub, a lot of you guys would know. Well, I would know because I'm a DJ. Coco in Cape Town, and the world-renowned UMI in Camps Bay, Cape Town, all under his belt. He's an amazing young man. He's got style, he's got taste, and he's good at what he does. Tristan will be engaging us tonight on his entrepreneurial journey, also giving us a few tips to success in the process. Now, you're also more than welcome to engage with us on social media using the hashtag KickingDoors410. You can follow me, it's at DJ Sbu on Twitter, or you can follow our official handle, CNBC Africa. Tristan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you here. I didn't know that you designed, you interior designed Kong Nightclub.
Yeah, I did. I think most of the clubs in South Africa, actually.
Okay.
From Sbu, that's where I started.
Okay, so you worked with Chris?
Yeah, quite a lot. I think I started with him when I was 21.
Yeah.
I designed the first revamp of Sbu.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
And how did you get into entrepreneurship?
Well, getting into design is a different thing to getting into entrepreneurship. I started an internship. It was a week-long internship, and after that I wanted to study.
Yeah.
After that week, they said wait another week, then another week, and another week. And 3 years later, I was a director of that specific company.
Yeah. And did you go to design school?
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, the internship turned into a job, which turned into a directorship.
Jeez, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
And then, were you that good though?
I don't know if I was that good. I wouldn't say that, but I found what I really enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
And I put my head down and wanted to excel at it.
So when you're growing up, had you been doing other small things that have sort of led you towards interior decor?
Definitely. I think design has always been a part of my life. From high school, I used to read design magazines. I actually wanted to design clothes at a stage.
Yeah.
But when I had my internship at the interior design business, that was it for me.
So
I was locked in.
You're a Joburg boy?
I'm a Joburg boy, yeah.
Wow. Grew up where?
In Northcliffe. Went to Northcliffe High School. So yeah, Joburg's my hometown.
Where would you say you got your design inspiration from?
You know what, I think living in South Africa, we don't appreciate what we've got. I used to travel to Hong Kong and to London to get inspiration. But now every year I go and I'm not that inspired because we've got so much going on here. I'm inspired by South Africa at the moment and the rate at which it's growing.
Yeah. No, go ahead, yeah.
I just think we've got such good style here. We've got a very youthful voice.
Yeah.
So we're bringing something new to the table. Like I hate it when people say something in South Africa is world class.
Yeah.
Because it's not comparable.
Yeah.
We are at that level already. That's not a compliment. I think we are leading the world in certain design factors at the moment.
And why would you say we're leading?
You know, just using a brand like Nando's as an example.
Yeah.
I was at an awards show in London 2 weeks ago. And it's got all the best, most beautiful restaurants and bars throughout the world. Nando's was mentioned about 7 times.
Wow.
And that's our South African baby. And that's in terms of in the league that it's leading its industry. And I think South Africans don't even hear this. So we think, okay, the stuff in UK or the stuff in Dubai or the stuff in LA is better than here. But we're inspiring the world at the moment.
And that is so true. I don't think we appreciate ourselves enough, you know? And I mean, I'm also looking at our local stars who are doing well overseas and how much they are appreciated overseas. And I think it takes for them to be overseas for us to appreciate them more.
100%. I mean, if you look at Black Coffee at the moment,
yeah,
he's not a big DJ. He's like the world's biggest DJ.
Yeah.
And I feel like he had to go overseas first for everyone to wake up and be like, okay, he's doing his thing, you know? But I think we need to start looking inwardly and not outwardly. You know, let's compete against each other. We're doing well here. So that's my inspiration.
But if somebody were to look at you and, you know, you're not your typical entrepreneur who's in design, who's a multi-millionaire, I mean, what sets you apart and what's your style?
Well, not yet. Hopefully the multi-millionaire part's still coming. But I think, you know, my style is to be different. I want to bring something new to the table. I try to have design that's not ego-based. I try to do the best design for the client and its patrons, and I think it's paying off at the moment.
And I mean, there's a lot of young entrepreneurs who are passionate about design and different styles or different types of design. What does a young guy like you, who's young like them, play? What role do you play in inspiring these guys or in giving them advice? What advice do you give to these guys?
You know what, I think at the moment in terms of the industry, I'm probably the youngest guy trying to fight up there with the big guys.
Yeah.
So my advice would be is go for it. We live in a world right now where you don't need to have 10 staff working for you in a huge office. You need a laptop. You need a laptop and a bit of drive and you can start a company. So there's nothing holding anyone back.
And how did you start yours?
Exactly like that.
Exactly like that, okay.
I think 18 months ago I decided to start my own business. I was in a coffee shop with a laptop for about 2 weeks, expecting to get 3 or 4 jobs that year.
Yeah.
It's 18 months later and I think I've completed 25 projects since
Wow.
then. Yeah.
And do you have any partners?
No, it's just me.
Okay.
Just me. I've got 4 designers working for me now, hoping to grow that staff up to a certain extent. But yeah, that's how I got started in this business.
I can imagine some of the challenges you've had to encounter, and you continue to.
Yeah, there's always challenges. Luckily, my biggest challenge is coping with all of the work that I've got.
Yeah. You got a good problem.
Yeah, I've got a good problem, but it's still a problem. So
Yeah.
I'm learning to manage my staff, to upskill, and add to my staff complement as well.
It's beautiful stuff that you're doing. I mean, I think a lot of young people out there, they're passionate about what they love, which is the advice that they always get. I mean, I started out with just their passion for music. Their passion for music led me to radio, television. It opened up all these other doors, and I got into entrepreneurship by starting my own record label, where right now, passion at some point changes to purpose,
Yeah.
where you're sort of living a life of purpose. But I don't think a lot of young people think they have it in them to turn their passion into a business. When did you know that you can turn it actually into a profitable business?
You know what, I think as a young person, you don't necessarily have to have it in you. It's your choice to decide if you're going to take this thing further. And I made that decision. And I decided to put my shoulder to the ground and push and get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's still a process of learning at the moment. I'm 28, so
Yeah,
I've
you're still young, bro.
I've still got some room to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Beautiful stuff. I mean, I've been, not hanging around, but I've been spending a bit of time with a gentleman called Kim Hudson, who's one of the best designers in the country.
Yeah.
And I look at some of his designs, and he's an amazing designer. He's an older guy, though.
Yeah.
And you look at you guys are young, and you guys are tech savvy, and you guys are innovative. And when you look at the industry right now, who are some of your who are some of your inspirations?
You know what, I think locally there's a group called Tonic that are really, really good. There's Stefan Anthony, who's world renowned.
Yeah, I've heard of Stefan.
And it's like,
yeah.
if I can ever get to that level, I'll be happy.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever get there, but I'm pushing.
You definitely will. You probably
Yeah.
even surpass that.
Yeah, so I mean, even Stefan Anthony, for example, like he's our best architect,
Yeah.
but we don't see on the global stage, he's top 5 in
Yeah.
the world, So we've got people here that we can look up to.
And what is the relationship between you guys as designers and artists? I mean, I'm very close with an artist named Nelson Makamo, who's an amazing artistic designer. When you go into my house, you just see his art all over the show. But when he started out, I don't think he even thought that he'd get to where he is today, where even himself, he's more appreciated outside of South Africa than he is here at home.
You know what, I fully understand that. I love working with artists all the time. Like Nelson's awesome.
So you do know Nelson?
Yeah, of course. And
Okay.
he's blown up. He's got a really good aesthetic. But I mean, I agree with his sentiment that he didn't know that he would get that far. I mean, when I was at the Restaurant and Bar Design Awards, it's like the youngest guy in the room from South Africa. I just looked around like, I didn't know how I got there.
Yeah.
But I think the only thing that I do know is that I want to be at that level. I want to continue to grow.
And what is your biggest dream? You're 28 now. In the next 7 years, age 35.
I think in 7 years' time, I want to have built up a design-led development company to be able to develop districts and residential abodes.
Okay.
So that's my plan before I'm 35.
So you currently do both, yeah?
Yeah, I've started on the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Africa, the rest of the continent?
You know what, I think right now, Africa's blowing up. At the moment, I've got jobs in Zimbabwe, Mozambique. I've done stuff as far as Nigeria before.
Oh, nice.
But I'm also doing stuff in Dubai. I've got a restaurant in Miami that I'm busy designing. So I think my goal is to be a global design company, which I am right now, but I want to build on that, and I want to stay based in South Africa.
It's beautiful.
That's my game plan.
Yeah, it's beautiful what you're doing, and it's beautiful where you headed to, and it's beautiful how cool-headed you are. And I mean, how do you relax? Do you have family? Do you have kids?
I don't have kids or family just yet.
Yeah.
I've got lots of friends. I like going out.
Yeah.
You know what? I think a part of what I do is really relaxing as well. I just really enjoy design. You know, when I get a handover and it's the opening night, that's like Christmas for me.
Yeah.
And I get that every 2 months, so it's awesome.
But how does one get into design though?
I think to get into it, you've got to, it's a calling in a way. You know you're a designer or not. I think my advice would be is if you know you're a designer and you're young, is study. I learned the hard way, I didn't study. I came out okay. But I see the guys who have studied and they've got an extra edge. I think it's great to have a couple of years to figure out where you fit in the world and to get that technical know-how that you need.
Yeah, and based in Joburg?
Based in Joburg. I aim to be based in Joburg for the rest of my life. We're looking at opening up branches in Florida and Miami and Dubai as well, but head office will always be here in South Africa.
Jeez, man, Tristan, I just want to say you are an inspiration to a lot of people. I love style myself, from clothing, cars, interior decor, houses, awesome things. I love the finer things in life. And for me to meet people like you, especially young as you are, I'm even more inspired. I really wish you well with your journey, and thank you for coming to Kick
Cool.
Doors.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you, my brother.